Back with the second half. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL, and we are on the tabletop. Now, chat, been great tonight, but I want to remind you, this is an art show about drawing. If you have questions about what Arrow's doing, if you have questions about what we're doing, if you have stuff you want to suggest, go ahead. We're here for you.
Suggest away.
So we come back. It's clear that some time has passed. Garrison is sitting on a stump. The kids are like playing in the field. They're no longer in the cloak-shaped fighters. Exandria.
Are they playing with like the equipment from my backpack?
No,
Like, pew, pew, pew.
no.
All right.
Exandria, the young woman, is like stomping back and forth as she opens her mouth and turns towards you. It's clear she's frustrated and wants to say something. And as soon as she does, the man clamps her hand over her mouth and says, "All right, look, kid.
I am the picture of serenity. I'm like with my legs crossed. I'm like draped across this stump.
She wants to tell you about who we are and what we're doing, but that's not important. I get the feeling you know a little bit about intelligence operations. I know a bit myself. I served during the wars. And the less
Veteran,
you
then.
know, the less you can tell other people. So I'm not telling you anything.
I can
You can
understand
call
all that.
me M, and you can call her X.
Well, then it's nice to meet you.
What are we going to
MNX.
call you?
You can call me G.
Very well."
Call me Eminem.
He removes the hand off of Exandria's mouth and says, "Now listen, we stole these fighters, as you might have inferred, from some local slime. And they're going to want them back, and they're going to begin tracking us in the next few hours. You say that there's a way off planet, and you can help me get there. Why don't you tell me about that?"
Well, I have more than enough credits to purchase us some reliable transport off planet. If you're got a couple of hot rides over there, we can easily use those as a distraction. We can pull the heat one direction while we set up a rendezvous point to pick you up and get you off world in another direction.
An interesting plan. Give him a bit of a loop around. How much
I've got
credits are
one
we
more thing
talking
in
here?
system. What's that?
How much credits are we talking? You give him, if you want to give him the actual amount, it's an impressive number, right? It's in the hundreds of thousands.
Sure. I just say a light cargo ship worth. I give him the amount. Why not? I
Okay,
just tell
yeah,
him.
yeah, you give him the full amount. He looks impressed, and she looks pissed off. Yeah, we can work with that. We can work with that. What do you know about shadow ops? What do they call it now? Streetwise gang stuff. We need to find some place to chop these fighters. Get a new ship. Quick. And get off planet before the government gets involved.
Well, the easiest way to get rid of them is going to be to destroy them. So, one road we can take is to have one of you fly.
So he stops you. He's like, "Did you bring transport?"
Have a land speeder. Couple
Right.
clicks back.
2 thermal detonators begin floating through the air towards the open cockpit hatches of the
Yeah.
2 fighters. And he, like, as they're floating there, he turns around and it keeps floating. Exandria looks at it and is like, "Oh, she's very impressed with this."
Okay.
The kids notice it, and he's like, "All right, children, gather your things up, pick up this nice man's equipment. We're going on a hike." And then there's like a ding, ding, ding. Both of the cockpits like blow out. Glass starts flying towards the kids, and then it all just kind of stops and hovers in the air, kind of majestically, and everyone's
Wow.
looking at it like, "Oh, dang, that's so cool."
Well, I don't know if that
But
was.
at the end of that, like,
But okay.
it falls out of the air, and he looks kind of surprised when that happens.
I think your fan might be making some noise.
Yeah, Arrow, I think your fan might be.
Or
My
somebody's fan.
fan?
Yeah, I think your
I
background.
have nothing. No, I have nothing on actually. Maybe it's my
Is it me?
headset.
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Just a second.
Whatever
See,
it is,
please
it's
stop.
gone.
Okay, yeah, it does sound gone.
Maybe just had an AC blowing on you or something. I don't know.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
back?
Wait,
So-
Oh, okay.
yeah, it might be back.
Really?
But it's way reduced though. Whatever
is way
like,
reduced,
I
for
hear
sure.
something, but it's fine now. That's whatever you got
It's
going
not
on.
going to
is
drive
good.
the audience crazy when they listen to it on the audio.
Yeah.
It's weird.
We got that guy that shows up that's like the 35 megahertz band. You just gotta edit that out in the post, and I'm like, talk to Sid Alpha, bud.
All right, then yeah, I make like to get my stuff back if they'll let me have it back.
No, the kids are carrying it now.
Oh, all right. Then
Uh,
I shrug it off and I guess lead the way.
so we end up. This is a land speeder for like 4 people, and
Uh-huh.
it ends up being all the kids in the back. Exandria's pushed up next to you, and he's sitting in the front right seat. It's really uncomfortably crowded, and the land speeder's running real low to the ground. The engine's making a whining noise. I mean, you did buy a used car from a guy.
They have to use the minimum amount of Vaseline to fudge out the wheels so that you don't see them on film. Yeah, I want to head. Can I like again? I want to like map quest, like a different civilization from the one that I came. Like, is there another outpost or town
Yeah,
that
there
I can
definitely will be such a thing.
make? Okay, I want to go to a different place than the one that I was dropped off at. Right. And
So, let me spring something towards you. How do you feel about making a knowledge underworld rule to set yourself up to be in an area where it would not be difficult for you to find a,
a ship.
a ship?
Yeah.
But
that's
more
what I wanna
importantly, a ship you could buy and fly off the lot today without someone checking your driver's license, right?
do. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do.
Okay.
All right. What'd you say? Streetwise? No, underground.
No, it's underworld, so it's 2 green versus 2 purple.
Boop, boop. Boop, boop.
Almost
Okay.
tempted to use my dark side die, but
I knew you would
save
be.
that for a good opportunity to really make the dark side creep in.
That is a masterful blaster that you have drawn there, Arrow.
I like the scope on it too. Oh
Look at
wow,
that.
you crushed this
Killed it.
so bad. Let's see what that disadvantage gets you. Probably not going to be that bad because you. Oh, it's probably going to be. I tell you something that's usually what that means. Okay. General Maydeen, beautiful face. I feel like Swargula could be an impersonator. Threat may be spent to omit a vital detail about the subject at hand. Okay. Right. Here's what happens. You map quest your way towards whatever this planet's version of Mos Eisley is. Right? And as you arrive at the outskirts, people are like recognizing that you're a big badass, Imperial intelligence agent not to be fucked with kind of dude. Like, they clearly got a message about the dude you iced back in the other town. The problem that comes up that you didn't realize at the time is that this particular brand of gangs is the people that they just stole the ships from. And so as you're driving into town, Exandria like stiffens and begins punching you in the knee, and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe you brought us to the tail feathers. Turn the ship around. Turn this around right now. Right now. Right now. And like, if you don't do anything, if you keep driving forward, something is going to happen, because at the outskirts of town, the like local city guard of gangsters is waving you into like their junkyard area. They're like, "Come on in, buddy." And they're gonna see the 2 people sitting next to you and be like, "Oh, they just stole fighters from us."
So they have not been. So like she's stopping me before like.
They have not been identified yet. If you
Okay.
continue on this path with no changes, they
No.
will be identified. Absolutely.
I'll change path, but I don't want it to be like I, fucking whip out a sicky U-turn and like power slide and speed away. I want to just like discreetly change course to kind of like
You want to fly casual?
out. Yeah, I want to casually fly like around the outskirts, like around the perimeter of the place.
All right, make a ground vehicle. check.
Sorry for all the sneezing, guys.
No, it's fine, buddy. I know how it goes. It's planetary piloting. You got 3
Planetary
green
piloting. I'm not
versus
that
2
good at that.
purple.
Oh no, 3 green. I'm okay.
This is the perfect time to upgrade one of those purple to a red.
Okay, so we're gonna go 1 purple, 1 red.
I would love it if you got a despair here and just ended up in.
Just crash. Just my speeder just falls apart. From
Xander
underneath
just
me.
rolls right in front of a guy with a blaster rifle to their head, and he's like, "Didn't you just hit me 10 minutes ago?" Oh,
Look at that.
Wow! Holy cow!
Hmm.
Oh my goodness!
Lie to me some more, AP.
Yeah, you make your way around the town. You're looking for a way in where there aren't guards who immediately recognize these guys.
What I want to do is I want to look for a place where I can drop off my passengers and go make this deal without them, like a safe place where they can just hole up.
Oh,
for a
for
minute.
sure. Yeah, this is, it's still at the edge of a mountain range in a jungle. The whole planet's like this. You find like a little cave in the ground where you can tuck the kids away, and they stand there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I need my blaster back.
The guy who calls himself
give me the
M
pistol.
hands you one of like each of your weapon and the vibro sword.
Yeah.
And he's like, these children's lives, the lives of the sons and daughters of Jedi are in your hands, son. They may be the last hope of the Force in this galaxy. I hope you recognize that. So don't nerf it up.
Right, sure, whatever. Just be ready to move quickly. And I turn around and I get out.
As
I
you
get
start
out
running,
getting
he's
out.
like, I don't think you're taking this seriously enough. And Exandria's like, I think you're taking it way too seriously. You know what he's doing.
So yeah,
You swagger your way in the land speeder back into...
Yes, I take the land speeder, yes, and I go back. I come back in, and I definitely play the part of being like a hotshot guy. Who
Yeah,
shoots
so like
people.
a Gamorrean and a Rhodian stop you, and the Gamorrean's like, and begins like going through your, like, not even asking for permission, just like the worst police procedural ever. He just starts going through your stuff in the back, taking things he thinks he likes. Like, he just pulls out a thermal detonator, and it's just like, ooh, ooh. The Rhodian like leans up against your car and then like pulls his hand off, buffs it, and then leans back on it again, and is like, "Hey, pal, my friend here wants to know if he can keep that."
Well, I'm in the market for a ship. If you can point me in the right direction, maybe give a kind word.
Hey, what kind of ship are you looking for?
What kind of ship you got?
I like that answer. All right, listen. So, because your car's a hover car, he begins like pushing it along as the Gamorrean is like taking the thermal detonator and pressing the button.
Oh God!
He's like, "Hey, Gordo, stop doing that, huh? You're gonna get yourself killed."
Look, you help me out. I help you out. If your buddy here wants a couple of new toys, like I said, you point me in the right direction.
No, I think we're good. You can give me the toys, huh? He starts going through the back truck. He just starts pulling weapons out. He's like, "Oh man, you were really strapped, huh?"
I'm just like, just tell me something I want to hear.
Well, I got to tell you, the boss isn't around. You know, tail feather's a real serious business, but someone just made off with a bunch of our fighters. We do have old Crank down on the field, though. He's got a bunch of ships, bunch of good ships, solid ships. You know, some of them are made right here on the planet. Some of them are quality works we have imported and fixed up. Classics that we've restored, you understand.
You're speaking my language. Let's see what you got. I'm looking to get gone. I'm sure you understand.
So he uses his comlink to upload coordinates to your thing. It's just like a mile into town. There's a huge... It's not like a junkyard. It's a ship junkyard. And by junkyard, I don't mean like 30 ships piled on top of each other. It's not like that scene in Serenity where they go to a junkyard for ships. These are like each ship is out in its own area and they're scrapped near it to repair it. They're actively, they're not like bringing the ships apart. They're intentionally repairing them.
It's like it's a fully functional like shipyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the pride of the shipyard is a hammerhead cruiser that the top tip of it has been removed, and so it's just like a weird arrowhead with only half of the arrow.
So it's just got the bottom half of the hammer.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's someone is like scouring rust off of the top. You can like see them up there with some sort of blowtorch, like removing plating.
Mhm.
The engine is missing like 2 of the 6 pods. And someone's got like 1 replacement pod nearby and like a gantry, but there's no one to load it and put it on. There's the usual mix of like Z95 headhunters, just like pleasure craft, a yacht. There's a YT-2400 that is it looks like a piece of junk. There's things falling off of it. It's clearly been custom modified, but with parts that are worse than what were there before.
It's obvious that the Outrider has seen better days, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I want the guy who runs the shipyard to be like overweight Dash Windar.
Yes, of
There he is
course.
at the end
I mean,
of
his name is Old Clank.
career.
Come on.
Yeah.
He's just like, rather. He's got overalls. He's got the shirt that's tucked into the overalls, but the front part's still a little bit up. There's grease stains all over everything.
One overall flap is not done, so it's just like
Exactly.
hanging down.
He's got like a cap for a local spaceball team. His hair clearly hasn't been washed in days. You can see the odor coming off of him, and he's got a
Wow.
burger in his hand. But he has a huge hydro spanner. Like, you use this to like turn ship nuts to hold ships to the ground.
Nice.
And
That'd
as
be
you
a sweet
approach, he's
weapon.
just munching on a bantha burger, and he's like, "Well, what do we have here, son? Pretty nice X-34 right there, you know. In the right places. They got the X-38 model out. It's real good. Real good upgrade."
Well, you know, this classic right here, it's all negotiable. I'm looking for a way to be off planet real quick and in a hurry here.
Oh, really?
So I'm not going to be needing this land speeder anymore.
He's just like, well, that's what I like to hear. A customer who can pay extra for speed. Then he like slaps the wrench into you in a way that clearly hurts a lot. And he's like, "Ha! I'm just kidding you. But really, though, you shouldn't have told me that. I am gonna gouge the shit out of you."
Well, you can try.
How much? I like you, kid. I like you. You've got bantha poodoo in you, kid.
Do I know enough to even ask about the Hammerhead ship? Like,
Okay, so the Hammerhead ship's gonna be like 1,000,000 credits or more, but given the horrifying condition it's in, it's possible if you make some really good deals and maybe promise him some stuff.
does
It's
it
at
seem
the very high end.
it's like serviceable though? Like it could.
Oh yeah, that thing could fly for sure.
Okay.
It's absolutely could fly. Like probably there's a few decks where they're replacing armor that aren't going to be working, but you're escaping with 7 people. That ship holds, like 100.
Yeah.
And that would be real sweet to go back to the rebellion with a brand old.
With a new capital ship, basically.
Yeah. What? Oh,
Yeah.
capital ship's a bit much. It's a
A
Corvette.
frigate. It's like a frigate. Oh,
it's a Corvette.
Okay.
It's smaller
Okay.
than a frigate.
Alright. Really? I gotta look up this ship.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm-
It's real small. It's the little ship that pushed the Star Destroyer in Rogue One. You remember that? It's sped up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
went,
yeah.
Yeah, the Corellian blockade runners are bigger.
Okay. Yeah. There was I know you never played it, but the Old Republic, the MMO. It had.
No, I played the Old Republic.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I played as a
Is-
Sith Inquisitor, and I had a very
Okay.
nice lady, and then it turned out she was an old evil witch,
Mhm.
and then she became some sort of horrible gray monster.
The one of the Jedi classes had like kind of a hammerhead type ship as their ship. That was pretty cool. I want to ask.
He
if
sees you
there-
looking at the hammerhead, and he's like, looking at the shaded sword, huh? Yeah. Picked that up off a battlefield, brought it 20 jumps back this way.
How soon could she be ready to go?
Oh, she's ready to go now, son. Of course, she needs a couple engine replacements, armor parts. Life support's not working too well, but you don't seem like the kind of guy who needs 100 crew members on board. You can probably get away with 30 or 40 before it starts to break down. Can't offer you insurance on it or anything. We're the tail feathers. We're not the Bureau of Ships and Services.
How many does it take to fly it?
He's like looking it over. Well, if you had an astromech droid, maybe 5 or 6. Back in Republic days, they didn't do that kind of stuff, you know, all that Clone Wars crap. Now, maybe 10 or less. You're just looking to get it up off planet, not really needing to do any fighting or anything like that. Cargo transfer, might be able to pull it off yourself, but probably crash into an asteroid.
Well,
Yo, this is so freaking good right now, by the way.
safety first. Can I see, like, what has he got? All right, so I have a couple of ships in mind. You can tell me if they're on the lot or not,
Sure.
right? Again, from another game that you never played, that I know you've never played because you've talked about never playing it because you're a heretic. Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
The ship was the Ebon Hawk.
I've
It's
heard
a
of it.
dynamic class freighter.
Knights of the Old Republic takes place like 1,000 years ago, buddy. There's no way there's one of those here.
Okay. I mean, ships are serviceable usually for like hundreds of years, but it would definitely be the equivalent of like a Model T Ford at this point.
Yeah, no, there's not one of those here in a junkyard in the middle of nowhere.
So
I feel like that's the kind of thing you find in a private space dock on Coruscant.
Yeah, that's my next mission, is to go steal one of those.
You've already called your boss up. He's like, all right, listen, I know you haven't finished yet, but next thing you're gonna do.
Nothing Old Republic era at all. Because the other ship I was thinking about, it's not that important really, but the other ship I was thinking about was the Bounty Hunter ship from Old Republic. Are you familiar with that? It's like a D Mantis class picket ship, basically, is what
They definitely have a patrol boat here. It's not the old style one, but it's the new style one. I think it's called
like the Slave One style?
No, it's not Slave One. It's definitely not Slave One. You're gonna want to Google it, but
okay.
Oh boy, I'll get there. Not the Skip Ray Blast boat. That thing is a monster. That thing is literally a giant murder cannon. Fire Spray System Patrol Craft. It's the unmodified Slave One.
All right, they have one of those?
Yep, for sure.
What kind of shape does it look like?
It is in better than normal shape, but it's also impounded.
Oh. Well, okay, so I ask
when you look at that, yeah, it's like electromagnetically impounded onto the lot, right? So that if someone came in, it wouldn't just be able to fly away. He's like, oh yeah, we're holding that for Terrace. Couldn't pay his debts, trying to work it off for the boss. You know, if you offer a good price, I'd be willing to let it go. That's a pretty sweet ride right there. It's not super modified, you know, like some of those bounty hunters. Boba Fett, my head, got eaten by a giant space slug. Boba Fett. Yeah, you can fly that thing just yourself, kid. Got a tractor beam, too. It's not standard for a ship that size. It's pretty unusual. I gotta tell you, my cousin had one of these once. He used to fly him out into smugglers' rings, tractor in all of the stuff that they leave out there before the ships pass by, steal millions of credits. Of course, the guys he stole it from eventually caught up with them, and well, there's a reason that I went to my cousin's funeral far before he should have died. But yeah, it's a good buy.
So let's see. Do I have enough to offer him like an unrefusable amount of money for that fire spray?
Easily, yeah. You have way more than enough. But more
like
importantly,
I could almost buy the Corvette. I should easily be able to buy.
Easily. You can offer him the car that you've bought, some of your weapons, and like 100,000 credits, and that will be, you can't refuse that kind of deal.
Yes, okay, and this ship will also easily hold 8, I think.
Yes, but
not comfortably, but like
the problem is that what you are considering passenger transport is actually prison cells.
Right.
And given that this guy is an active bounty hunter, they're probably well maintained. Like, you're going to be sticking kids inside cells. It can
Uh-huh.
hold 3 people regularly.
Okay, so like a pilot and co-pilot and like crewman,
Right. And then
and
6 prisoners.
and it's got 6 prisoners. Okay. Yeah, I do that. I buy this ship. That's what I want.
All right. Yeah.
And I throw in some extra again and be like, I wasn't here. I want it. I want it ready to go within the hour.
All right. So he like calls all the boys in the yard to stop, and they all start heading down. People are like lifting the emags off of the ship. Other people are like scrubbing the registration. Someone's spraying the ship down so that all of Terrace's decals are off of it.
Hmm.
He's like, I'll get you the fake paperwork. I'm sorry, the legitimate paperwork, Mr. Nobody.
Oh, my man.
You got a comlink number I can send this to?
Um, yeah, I give him like my proxy comm link that I use with everybody.
All right,
That
be back here in
like
an hour
scrubbed a
and
couple
ready to
times.
go. Otherwise, Terrace is going to be pissed. Well, I guess either way, Terrace is going to be pissed. I like
just
the
tell
way
him,
you do things, kid.
all right, and I give him the secret gangster handshake, and
Of course, I mean, you got a very good knowledge, so you know the Tailfeather's secret handshake.
I just wait nearby. Like I don't even go back. I just hang out. I wait. As soon as it's ready, I get in it, and I'm gonna go pick them up like in it.
Okay, yeah.
Not gonna try and bring them in town.
That's good, because that would have ended really badly.
No, not doing that.
Yeah, you pick them up. Emma's surprised. Very surprised that this has worked out so well. We cut to the ship just like entering space.
Mhm.
Uh,
I still need to go around and do my rebel sensors. Right? 'Cause
you
I didn't
don't
get
have
to do
any
that.
rebels. You like lost that in the giant fiery explosion. You have
Oh.
2 of the 3 sensors replaced. You don't have the third one.
Okay, I got
So
2
like
out of 3.
a third of the planet will not like if someone. That's like the smuggler dark zone, right? Like anyone that
Okay.
comes in there, the rebels won't be able to track it.
As soon as I'm back in space with like the hollow net like available to me and all
Yep.
that kind of stuff, I want to beam like a mission report to my handler.
Okay.
Right? Like I assume there's some like channels set up for rebel agents to be able to
Yep.
report
Yeah, you
statuses.
get a live holonet feed from your handler, the janitor.
Okay.
He's like looking around behind you. He's like, that does not look like a TIE interceptor, my friend.
You know how it goes.
There's like a kid that pops up behind you. He's like, hey, mister. And he's like, what are you doing?
I've acquired some new friends and a new ride, and I only got 2 of the 3
M reaches
sensors
over
up.
and cuts the comms, and he's like, why are you talking to an Imperial?
Dude, first of all, not cool. Very, very rude. Okay, to just cut off somebody's line of communication like that. Second of all, he's one of our agents. He's my handler. We were both way undercover before all this happened. If you'd be more comfortable being dropped off before I talk to him, that's fine. But I'm just trying to do my job and report in to my rebel superiors. So.
All right, he takes his hand off the cut feed button, and the janitor is just like, is this thing working? And
Yes,
he's like tapping. You can see he's literally in a bathroom calling you on
Yeah.
like his comm link.
I'm
Okay,
here, I'm
you're
here.
there. All right,
I'm
good.
here. Yeah. So yeah, I've got we'll advise.
I need you to get me off the Indomitable. Because you were supposed to leave together. He's just like, bud, come on. We've been together for years, man. This is our out. This is our last mission.
There's definitely a long pause, but I'm like, yep, I knew that, and I'm still working on it. Mission parameters are always fluid. Don't worry, buddy.
I'm the handler. You don't talk to me like this. This is what I say to you.
Beam me the Indomitable's current.
Yeah, I send you the
status.
information. The Indomitable's several parsecs outside the system, just in between dark space, so that they can get back here in a couple minutes when you call them.
Okay, so they're waiting for me to report mission accomplished.
Yes.
Okay. Did I miss what kind of like, are they looking for proof or?
This is the Imperial intelligence. If you haven't done your job, you're gonna get fired. And by fired, I mean shot in the head.
But like, how are they gonna know? I mean,
You're
okay,
gonna
all right.
say it, and they're gonna come back. And if you haven't done it, then you're gonna get shot in the head.
Interesting.
They don't need you to bring them back the head of the cultist, right? Like,
right. So you're
they're
saying
Imperials.
they
They're
have
bureaucrats. They're not like super evil dudes. They're just a government doing things.
they're gonna fact check me basically. Or they're
I
gonna
mean,
try to.
eventually, yeah. Like, there's
Yeah,
a bureaucracy
eventually.
in place.
Okay.
But they're not savages. This
Right.
you know, the U.S. military isn't like, all right, well, you got Osama bin Laden, make sure to cut his head off
Bring
and
back
bring
his
it back
hands
to the
with fingerprints. Yeah.
bring it back to the president so we can put it on a pike, right? They're just
Yeah.
gonna be like, all right, get a blood sample, maybe, and we'll check it in the morning. Pretty sure
Okay.
we got him though.
So do I know? Like, okay, so I've been posing, according to my handler here, I've been posing as an Imperial like dark agent
Right.
for
Couple years.
years.
Yes.
So do I know how uncommon or suspicious it would be for me to report in mission accomplished and like not have the vehicle I left in? Like, I mean, surely this
You're
is
an
like
Imperial
something that
intelligence
happens.
agent. That happens a lot.
Yeah, exactly. People are not
They're
gonna
gonna
ask
be
questions.
pissed you lost a TIE interceptor, but you're technically bringing back a more expensive craft.
Yeah.
It's not Imperial standard. There's no way they're gonna let you keep it on the ship, but they're gonna probably be like, well, you fucked up, but you got the job done, and you know, some
right.
Imperial officer's gonna buy that for their kid one day, right?
Okay. All right.
This is going on an impound lot.
Is there a nearby habitable system?
There are several. Nearby is, I mean, this is the Outer Rim, so again, nearby is not
Is relative.
right. Like, it's
Okay.
gonna take you a day to get to some other place
Okay.
from here.
Well, I want to. So I tell my handler
Technically,
guy,
the closest planet from here is Gamoria.
oh shit.
I mean, that's where you're at.
So I'm gonna tell my handler, look, I'm working on it. I'll get back with you here in the next 24 hours and let you know what my status
No,
is.
no, hi,
And
no.
I can't. You're breaking up, and I cut the line.
All right.
So I've got. So I turn to my M and X, and I'm like, look, I gotta get you guys someplace safe. It's not gonna be ideal, but someplace away from here. And I've got to go complete my rebel mission, and then I can send you additional transport or aid and assistance as soon as that's finished.
And as you're saying that, X is like looking at the sensors, and she's like, I don't think that. And then your ship comm crackles to life, with a hailing frequency. You know, like someone is trying to contact you.
Okay.
Attention vessel. Please present your credentials. So what have you renamed the ship?
What do I rename the ship? I knew that question was about
I
to
know.
come.
The ship's old name was the Banana Republic.
I know what I want to say, but I feel like I'm not gonna say it just for your benefit.
I mean, just go ahead and do it, man. Too late. You got it. You literally have to.
It's gonna be called the Liberace Glitter Ball.
God, no one's gonna get that joke. All right, Liberace Glitter Ball. Prepare for docking procedure.
Can I see what's talking to me? Like, is there something on my sensor? Like,
Yes, there is. Like, it's been getting closer slowly. It is a bulk freighter. It's just like a huge suitcase looking object.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you could keep a violin if you cracked it open and it was 1 billion times smaller.
Identify yourself, bulk freighter.
This is
Please advise.
Inquisitor John Harris of the Empire. I have reason to believe that you have several fugitives on board. Exandria and the man known as M are both losing their shit. They're like, he's like reaching towards the fire button.
I put a hand on his hand, and I continue to fly casually, and I'm like, what
Liberace
would ever give you
Glitterballs,
that
cut
impression?
your engines immediately.
I gun it.
All right.
I gun it away as fast as possible.
I mean, you're definitely gonna fly faster than these guys. They're in a bulk freighter.
I immediately begin to maneuver in a way that would make it difficult for a tractor beam to lock onto.
I mean, this thing is not armed. It's just a giant freighter. So the interesting thing is the ship has a registry. Like the ship he's using has like a hut registry.
Okay.
Right? He must have like stolen this or commandeered it or something like that. It's not an Imperial warship, and it has no weapons. And when you begin running, the voice is still over your comms. Unless you've cut it?
No.
All right. So, that's how it's going to be, Liberace Glitterballs. Very well. I know you're there, old friend. It's time. Hand the children over to me.
I look over at M.
He's looking at Exandria, and she's just like, no, not like this, not like this, not like this. And she like starts shaking, and various things nearby, like a bobblehead on the dashboard and like a glass, start like rising into the air and shaking as well. M looks tired. M looks like he's about ready to just be like, it's time. You know, you've heard stories of the old days of Jedi who did this, where they're like, all right, well, I guess it's time. I'm going to do my last battle.
Strike me down stuff,
yeah,
I guess.
exactly. Like, he's there. Like, he's going to be, you could see it in his eyes. He's literally going to be like, all right, I'll have to sacrifice myself for everyone's greater good. If you do nothing, he's going to say that out loud very shortly.
I'm just gonna be like, look, maybe you're done, but I'm not done. You're not the only one on this boat, and I have no intention of dealing with a Sith Inquisitor today. So, I'm leaving, and you're with me. So, this is definitely a deal that you need to deal with another day.
My question here is, this sounds like charm, but you could also put a bit of a threat of force behind it and make it coercion. If you want to be like, sit down, old man, or I'll beat you up. Or just be like, I'm stronger than you, right? Like, we're doing this because it's my ship and I'm stronger than you.
No, I don't think I would do that. I think
if you're like, no, if you say, this is not your day to die, you have children to take care of, also it's my ship, that's charm.
Yes, okay, then I'm charming.
Okay, well, you're rolling against 2 red and a purple, because he is very good at not being convinced by random people to do things he doesn't want to do.
I'm not that good at charm.
No, you're not. You only have 2 green.
Do I have the destiny point, or do you?
You have the destiny point. It is to you, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to upgrade 1 to a yellow.
Oh, yeah, charm is opposed by cool. Cool.
Well, bummer.
All right. Got a yellow and a green.
She's not helping me out any with this. She's not. She's like, hey man,
she's like having a force storm attack.
Oh great, fucking Jedi.
Yeah, she's doing a ray right now.
All right, let's do it.
Wow, that went so poorly for you.
Oh,
hard to describe how badly that went for you.
Still no triumphs or despairs though.
I know. Okay, so here's the thing. Your advantage can be spent to affect unexpected subjects beyond the original target. So,
all right, well, I want to affect her. I want to get her on my team here.
So I mean, that's what's very well. That is what shall happen. She like grabs him and she's like, we can't do this. You have to stay with us. Marcus, you can't go. I need you. I don't know how to take care of the children, and they're everything. And he's like reaching for his lightsaber, and he's at a point where he's just like, I need a moment to think about it. And then, like, enters a Jedi Force trance. It's just emo himself out. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. All of the kids start doing it too, but they're like
Oh,
bouncing around everywhere.
Wow.
It's you
What-
and Exandria, basically.
What is he doing? What is this going to do for anyone? I don't understand. He can't. What will this possibly accomplish?
Out of character, he wants to give himself up to the Inquisitor to buy time, right? Like, he'll get off the ship and then be like, "You guys run immediately." And then
Yeah, but how's he going to get off the ship?
You're gonna land on their ship.
I got to dock with them,
Yes,
but they're not just going to take him.
right. But he thinks they will.
That's
I mean, listen. This guy is clearly either an ex-Jedi or some sort of Jedi adjacent thing.
okay.
And
well,
he's gonna fight a Sith. And you've heard of these battles where they meet up in a palace and fight together and not involve anybody else, right?
I
You've
look at
heard
her
of
and I'm like,
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
yeah. Can you hide them? Is there a way to hide the children? Can we make him believe that the children are not
Ooh.
on board?
Wow, that's a very interesting question.
If you have the ability to mask yourself and these kids, and
Oh,
M is
boy.
just done, and this is what he's gonna do, I can't stop him. I don't think you can stop him. He did the thing with the trees.
Did you just spend your Force point?
Oh yeah. Did I? Yes, I did.
You did? All right. I
Yeah.
was going to say that would be the perfect way to use your Force point, would be to have a smuggler's hold on the ship.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you're going to have to make one then. You're going to have to probably skullduggery up
Okay.
a place to hold the children.
I want to find like a little mechanical covey or something. But I'm more specifically asking her, like, can you hide them in the Force?
She's just like, no, idiot. You don't know how the Force works. They're not
No,
Force
I don't.
sensitive.
That's why I'm asking.
Why don't you just leave it to the professionals? Okay?
Well, look, that's what I'm doing right now, and it's not working out super great for me.
He's
So
next to you. It's just like, I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. And she's just like, yeah, we know exactly what we're doing, okay? We're staying calm. Everyone's calm. The kids are just like, yay, spaceships! A little girl stops next to you. She's like 4 years old. She's got a little bantha. And she's like, this is my first time in space. You're
Like-
so nice.
I'm like, all right, fine. You're the professionals, and I cut the engines, right, and so that I stop in space, and I get out of the pilot seat and go start rummaging around trying to find some sort of crawl space to shove these children in.
All right, roll skullduggery versus 2 purple. Shove the children. I mean, if you roll real bad here, you're gonna find a place, but there's not gonna be enough air. That kind of deal.
Oh, that's the worst.
So roll good. Oh wow, are you drawing the kids now, Arrow?
Yeah.
Arrow, can you write Pig Guy TV real quick? He wants to know if it's live. I just want to prove it to him.
Sorry?
Pig Guy
Yes.
TV.
It is.
I guess it's Pie Guy. All right, there we go. It is very good. Thank you. If you have any requests, we do them.
Thank you.
Okay, you rolled amazingly well.
I did. Okay, good. I couldn't see it.
It's
just hoping.
2
All right.
successes, 2 advantages.
God. Fuck yes.
You get spaces for all the kids.
Okay.
Not space for all. There's like 1 smuggler's hold, and down in there, I'm gonna go full Serenity on this one.
I find.
A set of like little China dolls,
Oh shit.
right? And
Nice.
like action figures and stuff. You recognize them because you're an Imperial, you know, and you've been on a custom ship that's been
Mhm.
patrolling space for a while. These are super illegal, not for any particular reason, right? They're probably like knockoff copyrights. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're probably
yeah.
like remakes of original stuff. And the kids are just like, yeah, I'm going to be Luke Skywalker. And they hold up what's clearly like not Luke Skywalker, but they have a blue lightsaber.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, kids, be quiet. And then you like reach and hit the wall, and there's like a white noise generator. that you've activated by accident, and yeah,
Perfect.
like there's enough oxygen. This place is great. These kids just calm down. They're like reading cheap rebellion garbage trash, right?
Can I hide her too, or no?
She
Can I use
doesn't
my
want to
other
be hidden.
advantage?
She wants to go. She wants to go with her master, Oni-chan.
All right, I tell her, I'm like, look, you better come up with a good explanation as to why you don't have these children with you. Because if the worst should happen, you have my word. I'm still gonna get these children out of here.
She's like, good. I'm glad that I have your word. And she puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "You are one with the Force. May the Force be with you."
Oh, okay. Then I go back. I go back to the pilot seat.
As you do, she sits in the like sensor officer spot, and she's just like, you know, for a rebel agent, you're surprisingly competent.
Thanks. I think
She
we
nods,
can
like,
always use more competent people in the Rebel Alliance.
yes, you can.
In case you're interested, you know.
We've had bad experiences with them in the past.
Well, now you've had a good experience with them, so it all evens out.
If we get out of this, I want one of those Chip Edgewise dolls.
I make no promises on that regard.
Now that's a callback. That's a callback to like 2.5 years ago.
I got it. Did you get it, audience? Because I got it.
You would have had to watch all 34 episodes of my Star Wars show to catch that one.
And if you haven't, you're wrong.
I don't know that they're wrong. They just haven't watched the show.
You wrong for that, audience.
Just to catch you guys up, Chip Edgewise is the name of the Imperial agent they had play Luke Skywalker in their propaganda videos.
Imperial propaganda videos. Yeah. So okay, I allow my ship to be docked with this ship.
Okay. Because you're not involved with it, I want to just like rapid cut to where they're like setting up with lightsabers and they're starting to go around each other and give off like weird but somehow also witty banter.
This is a 1v1, right? Like me and the girl are standing to the side.
She's like pushing you and she's like, we have to go now.
I'm like, all right, let's go. That's exactly
yeah,
what
like
I
your
wanted to hear.
ship pulls away and the Inquisitor turns to look at it, his cape fluttering dramatically as he like presses a button and it goes off. And they continue to have incredibly dramatic dialogue, but we don't hear any of it because we're following the ship away.
Yeah. Boy, I bet that fight was going to be epic.
One of the kids comes out. He's got like Duel of Fates playing on a Walkman.
He's playing with the dolls.
Yeah, exactly. Exandria gets a little distracted as one of the kids asks, you know, where Marcus is. And she's explaining that Marcus is never coming back, but he loves you very much, etc., etc. But now you have a problem, right? Like,
yes, I have a problem.
Your ship just was identified by an Imperial Inquisitor, and at some point, assuming that Inquisitor's not dead, that's gonna be a problem for you.
I ask her.
Here's the thing: you have all these timelines counting down. How long until your janitor gets discovered? How long until the Indomitable comes back? How long until they double check what happened on the murder planet when you murdered that guy?
Right. So here's what I want to do.
Doesn't matter, it's a one shot.
I'm gonna ask. Look, X. Would you be able to tell?
She's like, no. Just call me Exandria. It's fine.
Exandria, will you be able to tell if I try to be subtle with children around, but
yeah,
I'm like,
she's like, I don't know. I could feel it through the Force.
Can you try? Have you felt anything?
Try
and do right now. It's important.
It's just, I don't have to try. It just happens.
I stare at her uncomfortably, waiting to see if she feels anything.
So
Let's yet.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, she's
Couldn't
not
get
a
to the mute
Jedi,
button
so she
fast
doesn't
enough.
give a shit about the whole non-emotionality thing. So she
Uh-huh.
looks kind of frustrated when you stare at her like that, and she just says, "You're damaging my calm."
Sorry. I cross my arms and turn the other way, but I still look at her out of the side of my vision.
Wow, is this some like Yandere senpai stuff going on right here?
Oh god.
How old is Garrison? He's like 16. I don't want to make
He's
this creepy.
he's like young 30s.
Okay, yeah, that'd be creepy. All right, yeah, there's no Yandere going on then.
No, this is. I want to know when, dude, bro is killed. If he's
All
killed.
right, well, she's specifically not looking at you. She's staring directly ahead, and she says, "So what do we do now?"
Well, if
You're
M
just
is
like
dead,
flying out into space.
yeah, if M is dead, I'm gonna turn this ship around and we're gonna blow that craft out of this realm of existence.
I don't think he's dead. We
Well,
cut to while this conversation's happening, we cut to the two of them like dueling through the ship, like
Like this-
throwing cargo containers at each other. There's like lightsaber flipping. They trade lightsabers at one point.
there's this really long exposition happening.
Of course. Someone's like, I have the higher ground. And he's like,
Yeah.
but there's no gravity in here. There's literally no ground.
All right, once again, I want to fly casually and stay like relatively nearby and like give it a couple minutes and like, you know.
When you do that, you get a message from the freighter again.
Okay,
Um,
what's it say?
Hey, buddy. Hey, I see you out there. Listen, I don't know about this crazy guy on our ship, but he, like, space hijacked us. Listen, we just got free. Can you land on the ship and start helping us with these systems? I'm not really a technical kind of guy, but he shot the captain and all the bridge crew.
When we left, where was the fight happening? Is it like in the like,
In the
cargo
docking
bay,
area.
docking
Yeah.
bay? Okay.
He's like, come on, man. I got a whole cargo hold full of glitter stem. The Huts want it back. They'll pay real good. I mean, come on. You're gonna make some good friends here. Don't leave me. I got kids. Okay, no, I got nieces and nephews. Okay, they really want to see me again. Huh? Hey, you got kids? See, you and your daughter. You got like grandkids there. Well, maybe not grand. Okay, listen. I don't know what your situation is.
You're losing me, guy.
Come on, man. Come on. I really don't want to die. And I don't know what they're doing back there, but there's all sorts of swooshing and screaming, and someone's talking about, and there was lightning at one point, and then there was like a freezing cold. I think one of them got ejected out into space and then swam back in. Like, this guy, like, sweat is pouring off his face. You can see he's, like, rubbing at where restraints were on his hands. Come on, man. Come on. I'm
Like,
just begging you.
look.
Please, help me out here. I don't know how to work this thing.
Enough. All right, look. How many of you are there?
I think there's at least 6. I haven't gone to get the others yet. I've started to call for help.
All right. Well, you have a couple of minutes probably before they're finished. So what I need you to do is make sure the guy who hijacked you is dead. And
Yeah,
then I'm more than
I
happy
don't
to
have
come
any
and assist
weapons,
you.
man. He's not an idiot. He took everything.
All right. Well, how badly do you need all that spice in your cargo bay? Because I could talk you
hey.
through right now.
You know, I heard about this guy that dumped the spice once. His name was Han friggin' Solo. They put him
Yeah,
in
just
carbonite for 2 years and then
But
locked
you
him
could
in.
be famous just like Han Solo.
I'm no Han
This could-
Solo, man.
This could be your moment.
I'm just trying to get home. Make a persuade check.
All right.
Just charm him. I'm gonna throw so many terrible modifiers at this, and I'm gonna throw the dark side die.
I
So
have nothing to lose.
I'm
and
giving you a
he's-
red, a purple, and 2 black die because this guy just wants you to get on this ship and fly him away.
I mean, he should be the one trying to convince me. What am I? I'm charming him. Charming.
Oh yeah, you're charming.
All right. So what am I against here?
Red, purple, 2 black.
Red, purple, black.
All right, let's see what you got, kid. Show me your moves. Literally walk away with 0. Everything cancels.
Everything cancels.
Yeah,
He's not willing to work with me.
He's not willing. It's not that he's not willing to work with you. He's not willing to go back unarmed and fight an Inquisitor in the middle of a duel to the death.
I
He's
just
like,
wanted to talk.
listen, man, I'm not brave. I'm not brave. Okay.
Look, just shut down the door on your cargo bay. Flush out what's in there.
Exandria immediately is like, no.
This is what he wanted. He went over there for this.
Yeah, you tried to make this check and you didn't. So he's gonna be like, listen, I'm not
Okay.
gonna flush the cargo. I'm no Han Solo. Okay.
All right. Well, look, I'm a very busy man. I got stuff to do.
Oh, shit, you cut the comm.
No, I'm just like, if you're not gonna do anything for me,
So,
I got nothing for you guys.
He's not like a bridge crew kind of guy, right? Like he doesn't know how to work with communication, so he assumes that you're hanging up, and he's like, no.
And I'm like, still here. Still here.
Oh, come on, guy, come on.
And I'm still like, I keep anxiously looking back towards the girl, waiting to see. We're still
Exandria
hoping that she's going to sense that
She looks at
that
you
the
with her
master's
like
gone.
inscrutable red eyes, and there's no emotion there right now.
All right, so I feel like if he dies, it's gonna hit her pretty hard.
I mean, like when Kenobi died, and Luke was like,
yeah, no, I'm just gonna.
no.
I'm like, look, man, I'm still here. Just give me a minute. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. You can afford to wait. So I continue to fly casually around the freighter, waiting to see how this. I want some indication of how this.
He stops.
This fight.
He's like, no. Okay, listen. All right, I'm not gonna dump the cargo. He starts like pressing buttons. He's like, I'm gonna activate the self-destruct. I need you to get me and everybody on board to your ship. Just fly past. Just jump out there. It'll be fine, right? Right? You can survive in space for. Oh God, I don't know anything about you. I'm a galley cook, okay? What? He's like holding his hand over a button. He's like, "Is this self-destruct plane gonna work?" Xandria's like, "No, don't do that. No."
Look, can you get a camera feed to your cargo bay? Can you see what's happening in there?
I'm gonna roll for this to see if he can
Okay.
do it.
You tell me what's happening in that goddamn cargo bay.
I'm
for the love of
curious if
God.
he's actually good enough at computers to do that. No. He pulls up a feed of the people being held prisoner. They're in the kitchen galley, and they've all been tied back to back. And there's like food and water nearby so that they can reach for it, but their hands are so that they can't like get out. They can just like get a glass of water. And they're all like singing something. There's no sound, but they're all like moving back and forth. It's clear that there's like an Ewok musical scene going on. If this was Star Wars Episode 5.5, there would definitely be a, like, I don't know, probably Janet Jackson would be involved.
The Chub Chub song.
The Chub Chub song.
Damn it! I just need to know what's happening in that cargo bay.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna have to land the ship and go over there.
Oh, what the fuck! All right, I'm like, all right, don't push that fucking button. I'm fuck. God damn it!
What? You're breaking up. Push the button.
Don't push the button.
You land back on the ship.
I go back to the ship. Is there is there a different place I can land in?
Yes, but as you do, they're like running along the outside of your ship.
Who is?
So they've turned the gravity off in the cargo bay, and the spice containers are all floating loosely. And the two Jedi kind of Sith maybe people are fighting on the outside of your ship, like outside the bubble cockpit. You can see them lightsaber slashing, like they're just scoring. They like jump off of it and they're throwing spice containers at each other. And Exandria just grabs her lightsaber and is like, "I'm going out there."
Wait. I don't know if you know this or not, but usually ships like this ship have guns. So let's try that first.
You're gonna use your spaceship level weaponry at a Sith?
I want to wheel this ship around.
I want to be clear here. Your plan will work, but if he reflects it, you're probably gonna blow yourself up in the process.
Well, I want to bring my shields up and stuff, right? I could survive
Okay.
a hit from my own.
Yeah,
I bring
probably.
shields up, and I want to take. Actually, here's what I want to do. I want to put him in a tractor beam.
You can definitely attempt that.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard because he's a zero size object. The person.
I want to tractor beam him.
Okay. All right. There's all sorts of penalties to gunnery, but because I don't care about that, I'm curious. You will need to make a gunnery check.
Okay.
With 2 black and 2 purple.
Seems reasonable. What's my
That sounds
gunnery?
right. Yeah. This is one of the longest lightsaber battles I've ever heard of. Well, it turns out when you have 2 people of roughly the same age and competence.
2 purple and 2 black against 3 green. It's not great. Not great. Can I use my maneuver to aim?
Absolutely.
Okay. Aim my tractor beam.
So Exandria like looks over at you as you start aiming. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Wait and see, and I do it.
Wow,
I
you
did it!
do
I
it.
fucking call it!
All right, you literally grab the Sith of the tractor beam, and
I hold him
he's just
still.
like looking at us like, "Ah!" And Marcus just, boom, just right through the middle of him, cuts him in half, Darth Maul style, and he's just,
Wow.
boom. Like, all of the blood gets tractored in too, so, like, the body stays relatively intact, but the guy is definitely dead, and Marcus used that as, like, a cowardly killing strike. Yeah. The thing is, all the kids behind you just saw that, and are now traumatized for life.
That's
Someone
fine.
just got murdered by their mentor. There's, like, screaming going on. There's one of the little girls is like holding a doll with a lightsaber, and then she like drops the lightsaber part of it and is like, ah!
Yeah. What'd you think they were for? Tickle parties? And does Marcus look like he can get back into the ship?
Oh
or
yeah.
do I have like do I have like a is there a hatch on my ship that he can go through like
An airlock, yes.
an airlock?
It's like Slave One. It'll just open up.
Yeah. I need him to come in airlock style.
You get a call from the freighter.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you still there?"
Yeah, I'm still here.
I haven't seen you for a while. You kind of disappeared off sensors.
Look, I took care of your problem. The dark robe guy's gone. Just go untie your folks and just get out of here, I guess.
Oh, really?
You're done. Problem solved. I solved your problem.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, man. What's your name?
I give him one of my many aliases.
He's like,
Kurt.
well, listen, Jabba the Hutt owes you one, buddy. Jabba the Hutt owes you.
Well, you tell him that Kurt
Angle? Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle. Yeah, Kurt. No, literally Kurt. First name spelled with a K, second name spelled with
a C.
Yes,
of course.
You tell him Kurt's gonna come calling one day.
He nods very solemnly, like, I will do this. The Godfather theme plays in the background.
Yeah, just tell him a favor owed will be a favor collected.
As you're flying away, the spice containers are leaving the cargo bay because there's no.
I want to tractor beam a couple of them into my ship.
Okay, sure. Yes, you now have a giant pile of illegal drugs.
Seems good.
They're hallucinogenic narcotics with a bunch of children on board.
Sounds good.
How does this keep happening, Arrow?
Yeah. Make sure they're locked.
Second time, man.
I mean, they're locked. They're meant to survive in space.
Cool. What's the approximate value on these 2 crates of spice?
A lot. More than the ship.
Sweet. I'm going to go back and get that cool hammerhead ship. No. So I want to... Fuck, man. I'm halfway tempted to just say, sorry, handler guy. It's been fun. But I won't.
Just leave him up.
Just leave him. I need to get these people dropped off. So I want to go to the closest. I want to find the best combination of close and safe. Like, surely there's some place, not surely, but maybe there's some place nearby that has like a rebel safe house or something like that.
I mean, the person to ask for that would be your handler.
Balls. I wouldn't. I wouldn't just know.
You can certainly attempt that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, before
mean,
I call him, I want to see if I just know.
so here's the thing: if you fail, I'm gonna tell you a location, and it's gonna be wrong.
Wow.
I definitely feel like probably warfare because literally. So 2 green versus 2 purple. And did I get your force die? No, you still have one. I mean, if you want to spend the force die, you can be like, I have a secret base that I have
Okay,
set up.
that's what I want. I want to spend the force die. I have a nearby safe house that I can drop these people off.
You want
Like
it
a
to be like a
days
between
jump back.
system space station, like in dark space or something.
Sure, like an asteroid base, like
Yeah,
a
that's
secret
way off of
asteroid
like
base.
no one goes there in hyperspace charts.
And it doesn't even have to have like a rebel presence there. It's just like a safe house
Right,
set
exactly.
up in hut space.
You are gonna have to make the star jump there because you're
Okay.
not going along regular lines. That is
Astrogation, probably.
Oh yeah, it's definitely astrogation.
Okay. And how hard?
It's gonna be way harder than normal because you're going off of Imperial hyperspace. Astrogation. Man, we messed up so many astrogation rolls back in the day. Terrible at it. All right,
Yeah,
it
this could be
is
bad.
purple for a well-established route. So I'm gonna give you. Oh, okay, 260 gives you hyperspace. Don't have an astromech droid, but your nav computer is damaged. You don't need to do it quickly. You do have outdated data. Okay, so it's 2 purple.
Okay.
Yep. You succeed, but the ship only has enough fuel to make it back. Like, you're going to have to refuel between coming back. And that's assuming that, no problems happen on the jump back.
I can go there and back.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. I do that then.
They didn't fill the tank before you left.
I want to go. Those bastards. I paid him extra and everything. Okay. I go there and back. And I drop them off. And
I'm sorry. I want to jump to Terrace back on the planet where they're explaining to him that they sold his ship. And he's like, well, joke's on you, Clank. I didn't fill it up before you stole it. And he like throws up. He's obviously super drunk. And then we see you come out of hyperspace and you've got a warning that you've only got like 1 jump's worth of fuel left.
My gauge is on E.
Yeah, you can drop people off here for sure.
I want to drop them off, and I want to drop the spice off too. I want to leave it all there.
When you go to drop the spice off, Marcus is like, "There's no way I'm leaving that here. I'm a soldier, not a drug dealer."
I'm not. It's what I'm. This is my safe house.
That's a really good point.
I'm letting you stay here, and I'm leaving some of my stuff here too. You're not responsible for it. You're not expected to do anything with it. Just keep your children out of it.
No, oh man, I want him to just say yes, but also he is like way anti-drug, especially with the kids around.
Okay, look, I'm really doing my best to go above and beyond here for you people. I haven't asked for anything.
I'll take it. All right. Yeah. He's just
like, let this sit here.
There was a day when I wouldn't compromise my morals.
And I can appreciate that.
Been a few decades, I suppose. I want you to promise me this won't be sold to children.
I absolutely promise you it will not be sold to children.
Okay. So he offers you a kind of compromise where you leave them floating outside the base.
That's fine.
Yep.
I want to, but before I do that, I want to get into it, and I want to take out like a fair amount.
Brick?
Yeah, like a brick.
Just to cut back to Firefly, this is literally the first scene of Firefly where they steal the food.
Yeah,
and they're all in like gold wrapped bricks. Like that's how the glitter stim is packed in there.
Yes, I want to take a brick with me for
Yep.
future bartering purposes.
All right. Yeah, it's literally got Jabba the Hutt on the side of it.
Snap. Okay,
It's very
I'll figure something
obviously
out.
Hutt goods.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it anyway.
All
Whatever.
right.
I don't know. I might shy away from using it then if that's the case. I need to take it someplace and get it repackaged.
You just cut it out, put it in another plastic bag. Like if
Pretty
you
much.
want to move it to another container, that's perfectly fine. I mean,
Yeah, I'll do that. I want to put it in a
you're on a
nondescript.
ship. It has a kitchen. I'm sure they have plastic
Yeah.
bags in the
Yeah,
space.
put it in like
past.
a Tupperware container that's like generic.
I keep all of my drugs in Tupperware containers.
Or it's like an ammo can, you know, like. Boop,
Oh,
put it in
that's
there.
way more probable on a bounty hunter ship for
Yeah.
sure.
Put it in an empty ammo. I just dump out some fucking gas cartridges for blaster pistols and put it in an ammo can instead.
Perfect.
All right, and I'm on my way back to fucking planet side.
Okay. Well, now you got to make an extradition jump to get back.
Oh balls! I'm gonna be lost. This is the end.
Two
of the
purple
kit.
again
This is the end
too.
of
It's
the
the
show
exact
here.
same check.
All right. Nope.
Whoop, whoop,
Nope.
whoop,
Nope,
whoop,
nope, nope.
whoop.
Come on,
You
man.
might be stuck on this base, bro. Let's check here with astrogation. You may literally go nowhere.
My stupid safe house doesn't have like a refueling point.
I mean, you used to fly a TIE Interceptor. It doesn't even have a hyperdrive.
It's true.
Okay.
But
you
by trade though, I'm an A-wing pilot, so my A-wing's not hanging out here like ready to go.
I feel like you're diving too hard on that.
I know. If I had another Destiny point, you'd
I
probably.
know.
let me
If you
in,
had
but I
another
don't.
Destiny point, it
Yeah.
would have been great. All right, so here's the good news. Your
makes sense,
astrogation
but it's-
computer calculates an even more efficient path than what you used
Awesome.
before,
Thanks, astrogation computer.
but then it reports that there's a fuel leak. That there's no
Oh.
fuel left to make the jump.
Cool.
And that's when you get a call from the janitor again, your handler.
Yes. Yeah. Hey,
He
buddy.
answers, he's like, hey man, listen, you haven't been checking in, and the captain is getting super worried.
Okay.
It's
Well,
been over a day.
I am at the safe house,
Oh.
and I'm trying to get back planetside so I can call in mission complete to the. I already forgot the name of the ship again. The
Indomitable.
Indomitable. But I had a fuel leak and I can't get back.
This is a bad situation for all of us. He's
Yes.
like hyperventilating.
Mhm.
Okay, you know what?
Take a deep breath.
I'm a seasoned Republic asset.
Hey man, it is literally.
We've been
your
doing this
job.
for years. I know how
You
to
can
do
do it.
this.
I believe in you. Get me off of this rock and back on the planet, and we're gonna get you out of that thing.
He's just like, you were supposed to be my ride out. No, I'm gonna have to be yours.
Hey, one good turn deserves another. Put me in a. Help me help you, man. Help me
He's
help you.
literally just like, didn't you talk about not picking me up earlier?
No. That was never on the table.
Well,
it was
we
just
cut
this-
back to the part where he was like, come pick me up immediately. And you were like, well, okay, give me a minute.
Look, we gotta get. At one step at a time, my friend. One step at a time. You are my number one priority right now.
You're not just saying that?
No, I would never say that to you. We've been through the stuff together, man.
What I love is that your ship is just free floating outside of your
Yeah.
base and you can't even get back.
I have the little anime bead of sweat on my.
If you're okay, I feel like this is a good place to wrap up with a bit of montaging.
Yeah, sure.
So
I want to get back and call in mission complete. I want to like stash my ship because I don't want the Imperials to take my ship. I just want to be like, yeah,
I
come pick me
completed
up.
this mission and I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I want to get back to the planet.
You can't get back to the planet though, right? You're
Well,
out of fuel. You couldn't make the jump.
So the handler's not going to be able to like get fuel sent out. To
I mean,
me?
I'll tell you what's happening.
All right, I'll shut up and listen. then.
After a couple of days, all of your hyperspace sensors start going off on the base right when you're about to run out of rations, and the kids start getting worried, right? Because mommy and daddy are fighting.
Uh-huh.
A big old Mon Calamari cruiser just poof, out of hyperspace next to the base, and then like doof, 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 like
The whole fleet
15
shows up.
frigates, a whole fleet shows up.
Cool.
And we get to watch the liberation of Temazan as
Nice.
the rebel forces that you just sold a shit ton of weapons to take over the government. I mean, that's what happened when you sold him to the dealer. He immediately called the rebels and sold it
Yeah.
to them.
Mm-hmm.
The Indomitable shows up and gets caught in a tractor beam and surrenders, and your handler ends up single-handedly taking the surrender of the ship. And I think we get like the end montage Sandlot style where he gets promoted to captain of the Indomitable, which becomes renamed the Fist of Temazan.
Nice.
You go back to being an A-wing pilot in some nice space sector for a couple weeks. Marcus and I forget her name.
I keep forgetting it too.
Something. Exandria.
Exandria. She needs to be my wingman, dude. She's got to join the Rebel Alliance,
Nope,
of course.
they-
Obviously.
They are never heard from again. And neither
Let me
of the
roll
kids.
for it. Let me roll for her to join the Rebel Alliance.
All right, make a charm. Tell me what you're saying, and then make a charm roll. And I want to remind you, he was okay with joining the rebel. She was the one who was spitting mad about it.
Yeah, but I need a cute little sister like sidekick.
You need your Ahsoka Tano.
Yes. I need my Nile.
Oh, you need your Nile. God, I loved her. She
what's
was
the difficulty?
amazing.
She was. What's the difficulty? 3 purple?
Wow, this is anime right now, right? You know what? But cute little sister or wingmate would be the perfect name for a Star Wars anime.
That's why you should just let me. You should just let this happen. But
I'm not gonna just let it happen. I want to make you fight for your belief. It's gonna be 1 red, 2 purple, and a black die.
Okay.
You have a destiny point.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna upgrade then. I'm gonna spend it.
All right.
So it'll be 1 green, 1 yellow.
Arrow, you've done fantastic work, by the way, as always.
Dude, it's been
so
amazing.
good.
Okay. Do
nope.
It.
Come on, please, AP.
So here's what
my
happens.
My advantage is one of the children will grow up and join the Rebel Alliance.
No. I feel like Mason joins the Rebel Alliance.
Okay. I'll take it.
So Exandria and the kids disappear forever, and Mason resumes his rank as Force Group Commander.
Dude.
And they assign him a new Special Forces task force for him to general as. So he his backstory is slowly revealed as being a non-Jedi. He's from one of a rural farming planet where they have a Jedi-like tradition, but they never leave the world. And when the Empire started wiping out Jedi-type groups, in the Star Wars novels, there's things like the Force Witches of Dathomir and the Topwara Rangers, and there's the Corellian Jedi who aren't really Jedi.
The non-Jedi Force.
Right, the non-Jedi Force users of the galaxy.
Yeah.
He's one of them, and the Empire still cracked down on all of them. And so, because they were, insular and completely xenophobic, he and some of his other people got away. But then, he still knew Jedi, and they all foisted their kids off on him. They were like, listen, we gotta fight this, right? We gotta fight the Emperor, take these kids, and keep them safe. Yeah, so, Force Commander Marcus, maybe you're assigned to his group.
Yeah, I think so. I want to be the squadron leader that flies under his colors.
Oh God, I'd love it if you were in the Indomitable too, and he's like your new CAG boss.
Yeah.
Your handler is the captain.
Handler's the captain.
For
and he's
you,
like
it's
Commodore.
like a regular day. Nothing has changed
Yeah.
from moving from Imperial to Rebel.
Yes,
Your life
perfect.
is still full of
I
shitty
literally don't
mechanical
even
problems.
change rooms. Yeah.
you just still wear the same uniform too. You just still wear your Imperial flight suit because it's more comfortable.
I go to my room and I have a poster of join the Empire, and I literally just switch it around. It's Rebel on the other side.
Oh my God. So bad.
Did we lose Arrow completely?
We did lose Arrow somewhat. Maybe not completely.
He's a master.
When did this become Burning Wheel? Oh, well, at least it's 2. Oh, yeah, you do have 2 crates of drugs. What do you want to do with them? They're super illegal in Rebel space, by the way.
I give them to the rebellion
All
to
right.
do whatever, but I keep my brick, right? That's
Here's-
gonna be. I'm gonna put that on the side and keep that money for
Here's the
myself.
thing about glitter stim is it can be used as battlefield medicine.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they look at you oddly for the fact that you have, close to 1 million credits worth of glitter stim.
And I want to keep the ship. The ship is still mine.
Technically it is. Yes, you
Yeah,
bought
the
it.
ship is mine.
So you have your own fire spray patrol craft filled
Yes.
with a brick of glitter stim.
That's my new room. Like I just I sleep in like a hammock underneath like my fire spray blast boat.
It's gonna be a real crowded ship.
It's my tiny home.
You have an A-wing and a fire spray.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna see if we can get hold of Aracito, but
Yeah, bring him back. So we can all tell him how great he is. Yeah, I made out like a bandit. I feel like everything about that was incredibly successful. I have a ton of money. I recruited a force-sensitive general to the rebellion. Liberated a planet. I
you
feel very
kept the legend
successful.
of Liberace Glitterball
Yeah,
alive.
the legend of Liberace Glitterball lives on in my new fire spray blast boat.
Indeed.
I'm still gonna track down that dude too that I couldn't kill in that Z95 headhunter.
It's too bad. I mean, it's too bad that the story's done. No more stuff.
Yep, that's
Can't do
okay.
anything. You could just say it's gonna be canon one day.
It will be.
Brad, let's talk about you and
Okay.
your commissioning. We've briefly talked about you and the fact that people can commission you by going to @Radisaurus. There we go. We got Aracito
He's back. Yeah, I am Radisaurus. You can find me on Twitter or Arthur's Discord. I hang out there quite a bit. That's probably the quickest way to get a hold of me is probably through Arthur's Discord. I do a lot of role playing on there as well. Yeah, commissions are open. I focus primarily on character art. I can do scenery and things like that, but it takes me much longer to turn around those sorts of projects. So I generally focus on just characters. I am not as talented as Aracito, but I do feel like if you give me some money, you'll be happy with what you get back. Lately, I've seemed to somewhat specialize in stuff for content creators. So like I can do a neat overlay for you, or your sort of cast of characters for your show, for all of your players. I didn't intentionally do this, but I seem to have kind of drifted down that sort of specialty where if you do a Twitch stream and you want to maybe improve your branding or have some more interesting visual things to put on your screen as you stream, I can help you with that. So you just let me know. But yeah, that's me. I had a ton of fun tonight. I'm always super excited to play Star Wars. I would absolutely do this every week if Arthur let me. So
We'll
yeah,
talk.
continue.
We'll talk.
Okay, that's always.
Okeanos in the distant future, post Okeanos, there might be a Star Wars show.
And
It would definitely
yes.
be less crazy than this, though.
Well, this was pretty great
just
though.
a step back, slight step back. Less drugs, unless you were smugglers, in which case more drugs.
They were just a means to an end. I wasn't going to get down to drug use or anything like that. I mean, they got used. Now they're being used for medicine, guys. Come on. I'm the good guy here. Let's not twist it. Only one man had to die today. Well, two, I guess.
Two.
One of which was objectively a villain. So the other one just, sorry, guy. You should have accepted my intimidation role, as crappy as it was. You could have lived.
Should have accepted.
Could have lived.
Intimidation. Okay.
But yeah, that's me. Arthur reminded me you can also find me on Thursday nights, streaming Okeanos on Arthur's channel with my bros. So yeah, that's it.
Aracito, let's talk about you. Aracito.
I see him driving.
Oh, there he is. Let's talk about you, bro.
Yeah, sorry about that disconnect over there. My internet got pooped. I don't know what happened.
You're a little low, but
I'm back and back to the outros, and I'm Aracito. basically, I do the same things as Red does. You can just commission me for mostly character design and scenes if you want to. Uh, as I said in the beginning, you can find me at Picorvelo on my Twitter account with two L's. And there's pricing, there's styles, everything's over there. So you can take a look and contact me there or at my email, which is also on my Twitter pinned tweet. You
Oh.
can see there. And that's it. This was pretty amazing. I had a blast. It was pretty
Glad.
funny. I was smiling all the way through. Oh man, Red is really funny dude, man. Props to you, my good
When you
sir.
asked me to describe him, I was like,
Yeah.
"Yep, I do exactly what I was gonna say."
I'm just gonna put a little bit of smirk over here.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Very
there it is. Some ugly fuckerton.
nice.
I'm Arthur Perkins. This is AP Gaming Real. Follow, like, subscribe at Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Got 3,000 videos on YouTube right now, covering about 30 different tabletop RPGs. There's this show that's crazy drawing, but we also have super intense role playing, from a spectrum of hilarity to complete grim dark series. So maybe just dabble, see what you like.
It's
You don't
pretty
have to
good.
watch all 40 different shows. Trust me, they're all very different.
For sure. This was very silly, but I feel, at least personally, that Arthur specializes in very like lore heavy drama. Like,
Yeah.
so if that's your cup of tea, you've come to the right place. As long as it's a show that I'm not on, it'll be very serious.
I mean,
Uh,
you've had very serious moments on Okeanos where you're like, I want to hurt this man. I want to hurt him bad.
yeah. Well, that's just a little bit of the real life coming out, I guess, maybe. But yeah, Arthur puts together a tremendous product and has a ton of content. Um, Everything from D&D to some of the most obscure stuff that that's out there. And I think he's got more stuff coming. He's about to
Oh yeah.
explore a bunch of new systems. So
Yep. Anime
if you're
systems.
into shopping around different types of games to play, I don't know that anybody, very few people, I think, have done as many systems as you have. Isn't that right, Arthur?
That
I
is
think
true.
Eric's done a lot, but
Eric probably is some more, but he would be about the only person I expect of that.
yeah, if you're tired of what you got going on and you want to try something new, poke around Arthur's YouTube channel.
We'll be back next week with another episode of On the Table's Top featuring Zonalar, speed painting Cottontailed as she plays through The Warren, which is a game about just regular old rabbits trying to survive in a society that
Cuteness overload.
it is a cuteness overload. And there'll be more episodes of the show after that, but I don't know who will be on it, so things will happen. I'm gonna go ahead and host somebody, so if you like that person, head on over there and say hello. And have a good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out.
Bye bye.